Well, GTP was formed as the international entity to empower national workers to build trust and to grow local giving to God's work around the world. We like to say our purpose statement is in obedient service to Jesus Christ. GTP multiplies faithful stewards and mobilizes peer accountability groups like ECFA and USA to build trust and to grow local giving to God's work. And it's just been amazing to start as ECFA International Liaison and help set up an ECFA type group in South Korea, and then Australia, and then Philippines, and then Kenya serving Pan-Africa. And then I had that conversation with Dan Busby at ECFA, who said, you know, Gary, we've given you a budget of $0. You've traveled all over the world, and God wants to do this bigger than ECFA has the resources for. And I have to hand it to the ECFA board. They met and they determined that God wants to do something bigger. So it was in 2018 that the board really made the bold step of saying, pray about launching a separate entity. And so from there, I have to tell you, Michael, when they said, Gary, you need to launch this, I cried because I said, the job's too big. Like no one could do it. And here's literally what I did. I held out my hands and I looked at my fingers and I kind of wiggled them. And I felt like the Lord said, what have I given you, Gary? And when I wiggled those fingers, I felt like he said, I've given you people all over the world who will help you. And so in 2018, I reached out to people all over the world with whom I'd interacted in my ECFA role. And I said, will you join me in this international movement? And they were like, yeah, I'm with you. And so GTP is, sure, it's a staff of now 10 in 10 countries. But the secret of GTP, it's really, we have regional facilitators in 12 regions of Lausanne, volunteers who are skilled workers like accountants and attorneys. We have board members from around the world, and we have an amazing staff. And so, yeah, it's been a privilege to help set up ECFA type groups around the world. But we found to do that, you've got to start by building faithful people, building faithful stewards. So what we do around the world is we try to build faithful stewards, and we help ministries follow standards. And it's contributing to flourishing, even as it's done in America.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more finance, governance, and fundraising news and insights for your church or ministry.